Hi, and welcome to my guide. Today I will be setting up the Essentials X plugin, as well as Essentials X Chat, Essentials X Spawn, Essentials X Protect, and Essentials X Anti-Build. First, go to the essentialsx.net/downloads website and download the Essentials X plugin, the Chat, the Spawn, the Protect, and the Anti-Build plugin. After you have downloaded the files, open them up, put in folder, and drag these into your plugins folder. Okay. Next, go back and start your server. After starting your server, go ahead and close it. Go to your plugins folder. You should now have the Essentials folder. Open it and open the config.yml. I will be using the program called Notepad++, but you can also use this with Notepad. I will leave the link down in the description below for Notepad++. It just makes everything look a little more clean. We will now begin editing the file. To start off, I like to just kind of clean it up a little bit, get rid of all the unnecessary junk. Alright, let's begin. This is for your op name color. I usually set this to none, as I don't want my ops to have their name red. Nickname. This is if you want the little squiggly line in front of the nickname. I usually don't like that, so I'll delete that. 16 max character length of the nickname. Nickname blacklist. These are if you don't want certain users having like the notch nickname. All right, let's see. You don't have to worry about that. Change display name set to true. Teleport safety you want set to true. Is water safe? False. Do you want players to have a teleport cooldown? I usually put 5 seconds. This is a delay. I usually put 2 seconds here. Teleport invulnerability is set to 4. Heal cooldown 60 seconds. Slash near radius is set to 200. And these are item spawns blacklist. These are if you don't want certain items to be spawned by your admins or ops, which we don't mind. Overbidding commands you don't have to worry about. Disabled commands, if you want to disable a certain command, you would type it here. As we don't have any other plugins, I'm not gonna add any disabled commands yet. These are your social spy commands. If you type /social spy in game, you'll be able to see like messages from other players or mail from other players. You don't have to worry about any of this. That's all good. Mute commands, those are fine. These are your player commands. So if you don't want, say, your players to use the nick at all, put a hashtag in front of it. But we want our players to use nick. Enable signs. I like to have all of these enabled, so I'll remove all of the hashtags. You don't have to worry about this. Unprotected sign names, you don't have to worry about. Your backup intervals is every 30 minutes. Be here, you don't have to worry about that. Primary colors, good. Auto AFK is 300 seconds. You want a custom join message here, like welcome. Don't have to worry about this. I usually set unsafe enchantments to true because I like to make the god stick. Don't have to worry about this. All right, this is another important part. This would be your essentials homes. The default number of homes that players can have is 3. And then you have VIP, which is 5, and your staff, which is 10 homes. Usually, I'll add like another group whenever I will make a group plugin tutorial. That'll be next, probably. It'll be for Lucky Perms. And then I'll go back in here and show you how to edit this. Continue. Starting balance. We'll start players off with $200. Don't have to worry about any of this. We'll come back to this later after we have a permissions plugin, because we're going to have to add a prefix message right here. But in the meantime, I like to remove the greater than and less than signs so they aren't in front of my users' names, a space, and I like to set it up like that. This is your Essentials Protect. This is if you don't want lava to flow, water to flow, water buckets, fire spread, which I normally set to false. Well, true, because you want fires. So keep that the same. This is for like anti-griefing if you don't want things to be griefed. Next, you can decide what mob spawn. I usually keep this all false. If you set any of these to true, it will no longer spawn. So let's say you don't want pigs to spawn anymore. You will set this to true. This is your anti-build. I usually don't care when players place like lava and TNT. So this. Blacklist. Or also remove the lava bucket and TNT from the blacklist. Cancel spawn. This is the first announcement that your players will get. So welcome Hexla to the server. Default kit will be tools. And I'll show you guys in game how to set up different kits for players to use. I'll probably do that in a separate video. And that's it. End of file. File and save. Next, start up your server. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you guys need any help whatsoever, feel free to reach out in the Discord. Remember, again, all the links to everything I've downloaded will be in the description below. Yeah, thanks. Bye.